Hi guys, so I'm in a cottage right now on a week's holiday in the countryside. I'll show you the views from the window in a second, but this is going to be a crochet and knitting vlog and whatever else I do. I was going to do baking, but I don't know if I'm going to do any baking anymore, so maybe not, but if I do, it'll be in this video. But also, it will be in the title if I did that, and if it's not in the title, then I didn't end up doing it. Anyway, I'm just going to show you the 3 current projects that I brought with me, plus one project I recently completed that I brought with me, because it's a clothing item. I'll actually show that first. So, I made this kind of a beret hat, like slouchy, wintry cap. It's in a cream yarn, and it was inspired by and with you because I binged that when I was making this. Just kind of inspired me. This didn't actually take that long. It took me like maybe like 3 hours or 4 hours, which is pretty fast for me, but it's a very simple design, and I'm gonna link the video because it's a video tutorial in the description for this. It's a pumpkin hat, but yeah, this is actually it inside out. So it's meant to be this way around, and you're meant to add like a little, like kind of circular little button thing on the top, but I actually ended up preferring it this way around with the seams kind of on the inside. It's not going to look that good, it doesn't really look that good on me, but I'll show you it on anyway. It's probably better with hair down as well. My hair's kind of in the way, but like you can do it at the front, hold on, or like the side, or really far back like this and then pull it down a bit. I don't really know, but basically it's just a hat I made because why not? It was basically like leftover yarn. I had just enough yarn to make this, so I thought why not? Okay, now I'm going to show my current projects that I'm working on. So the first one I'm going to show is knitting. This is my first ever time knitting. I'm learning it whilst also making a sweater. I'm watching the Florence video, which I'll also link in the description, and the pattern that goes along with that. So this is it right now. I'm doing the yoke, weird name, but yeah, so this is it, and then this is kind of the start of the shoulders. I think that's how it works. There are a few holes in it, but I'm hoping I can maybe fix them. This is the main hole here. I've tried to like pick it up with a crochet hook, but I did it upside down. It's obviously not going to stay because it's not a legit fix, but I don't really mind the holes because I don't know, but hopefully it's okay when I block it because this is a completely different yarn size and hook size to what the pattern says, and the gauge didn't meet, and I tried it like twice and I was just like, I don't really care, I'm just gonna do it. I've literally never done gauge before, even on crochet. I just wing it. So I'm just gonna wing it and hope for the best, really. But yeah, I'll show you the yarn because I brought a spare. So this is the yarn I'm using. It's Stonewash DK. I really wanted an Aran yarn because that's what you meant to use for this pattern, but there were no like colours that I liked, and this was kind of a last option. And I actually really love the colours for this, so I'm pretty glad I chose it. I just hope it's the right size. But yeah, the colour is 199 Mustard Grey Mix. This is from Hobbycraft. I normally buy yarns online, but I kind of wanted to know how it feels, and I also didn't want to wait for an online order to come. But yeah, this was around like £4, which is obviously cheap, but for me, I normally buy yarns that are like £1 something. So it's pretty expensive for me. Okay, next project is another jumper that I'm making, but this is crochet now. So I'll link the pattern for this as well in the description. It's not a video or anything, it's just a pattern that I found on like Etsy and some of the other crochet websites. I'm doing it in this red yarn. It's gonna be a jumper that goes up like this. I did not do like a gauge or anything, so I hope it fits, but basically the measurements do like measure out on a tape measure to how they're meant to be. There are a few little like issues, like I really couldn't match the sides. I really struggle with like finding where to put my hook, but one side's definitely better than the other, like one side's really uneven, but I'm thinking once I connect it to the back panel it's probably fine. But I did have a few issues with this. If you're doing this pattern, I'm gonna tell you about the issues that I had. So obviously this is like a knit style pattern but in crochet, which is why I really wanted to do it, because at this point I didn't start knitting yet. Like I've tried a few times but I was just like bad at it, and I didn't have circular needles either. I only had like the big long ones because I was just like I'll buy them to try it and see if I like it. And then I ended up being really bad, but now I feel like I'm okay at it. Hold on, that's the back. Wow. This is actually the right way around. Obviously there's not that much difference, but it's just cleaner on this side. But yeah, this is how the jumper looks, and obviously it'll be like a jumper like this, like fully with the neck and everything, so you have to imagine it so far. But this has taken me so long to do because this part along here is easy. It takes a while because it's obviously quite long and a lot of change you have to go into. But this bit, this pattern, is so hard because this is all like slip stitch in the third loop or back loop or whatever, and I've never even done third loop before. I didn't even know it was a thing. So I had to Google that. Probably should have looked at the pattern. I did look at the pattern, but I was like, I'll be fine because I've done other patterns and it was okay. But yeah, so third loop and back loop, and it's really hard to go into with a slip stitch. I thought maybe I can change it to a single crochet because it's easier and is less tight than a slip stitch, but that just didn't give the same effect. It wasn't neat enough, so I had to revert back to this, and I'm glad I did because it's definitely worth the time because it looks really nice. But if you're doing slip stitch for this pattern, make sure you do it really loose. I use a bigger hook when I do this part of the pattern compared to this part, and I think it helps a little bit. So it does take a while still, but it's better than how it was. I don't know how much I'm going to do of this because I'm really into the knitting right now, but I really do want to complete this because I really like it and it's going to take me a while. And it's very Christmassy, and I'll tell you the yarn I'm using for this as well. It's just the DK Woolcraft one. I got this one online. I'll put the shop that I got it from on the screen or in the description. But pretty much like every shop sells this yarn, well, online anyway, I think. And it's actually really soft and it's very cheap. This is the only ball of this yarn I had left because I was using it for a blanket, but I just thought I really want to use it for this jumper, and I can always rebuy it because it's not like a rare yarn, so yes. And then my final project that I brought with me, this is a pretty big project, but it's my star blanket. This is how far I've gotten so far. I've been doing it for probably a month now. I really like it, I really like the colours. I'll show you the yarn as well after, but this takes a long time. It's quite quick once you get to the first repeat, but then when you get to like this level it takes ages to like make it around, and I really want it bigger than this. I want it like bed size. This is how it looks right now. It's very good actually. One issue though is my yarn I'm currently using looks like this, and I normally have a spinner, but I forgot to bring my spinner, so this might get messy, but it's okay. And then this is the yarn I use for it. It's Tickly Tots by Signet, and the colour is Pinking of You, and it's 7555 and then dye 0923. It's just the pink one. It's not really that soft. It's meant to be like a baby yarn, and I thought it'd be softer than this, but it's okay, especially once it's in the blanket. Like, it's fine, so I'm not really that bothered really. Also, I forgot to say the colour for this red is 110 and then 230627. I don't really know the difference between those two numbers, but I'll just give them both anyway. So yeah, those are my projects. I'll keep you updated throughout the week, but I think I'm going to be doing the most on this one because it's taking ages. Like, I knew it was going to take long, but I just really want to get past this yoke bit because it's just, I keep going around and forgetting that one round is meant to be like with an increase, and then one round is just meant to be normal, and I keep on going on normal and then being like going back and undoing my stitches because I forgot to do the increase. But yeah, also a tip, if you don't have like stitch markers, I've used an earring here, and then also a little mini elastics, because I don't actually have stitch markers. I normally use a bobby pin for crochet because you can do that, but you can't really do that for knitting. So I was like, oh, what should I do? So yeah, that's working pretty well for me so far. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it updated in the video, but that's the intro for it. It was quite long, but I might make this video really long, just why not? And also, whilst I'm here, this is the view out the window. So, okay, hi, it's day 2. I have literally just fully focused on the knitting, so I haven't done any of the other projects, but I thought I'd show you because I finally just finished the yoke. My hands are dead. Literally, people always say like knitting hurts way less than crocheting, like it's better for you. But for me, crochet, like after a while, my wrist just like click, which is annoying. But it doesn't like hurt. It's just like weird and probably not good. But knitting, it like aches these 2 fingers, this one a little bit, like this finger, and also my wrist. So for me personally, knitting hurts more. Actually, maybe it's because I'm holding the yarn weirdly, but it just like really hurts. Probably not good, but I'm still doing it. Anyway, this is the jumper now. So obviously ignoring the holes like before, but also you can't quite tell because obviously it's like very like squidged up. So yeah, we've done the shoulders. I'm not sure if I did it all right. I might have made a few mistakes. Obviously I made a few mistakes because there's literally holes in it, but hopefully there's more mistakes at the top than at the bottom, but I feel like my count is off, so hopefully that's not a bad thing. But the lines on the sleeves seem to be lining up. The counts in between, like where those lines start from like the centre here until like the first line and then the second line, they might be off. They were correct at the start, but I might have made some mistakes along the way, and I don't know if that's going to impact it yet, because obviously in crochet, if that happens, you can just add an increase, and I'm not ashamed to say it, but I do that like all the time. But knitting, if you add like an increase, I guess it kind of changes like the whole shape of it, so I don't know if you can just do that. I don't think it would. I think it'd just be a bit more obvious, but that's the yoke done. So I'm about to start the next part. I don't even know what the next part is, but I think so far this has taken me, I started like a week ago, and I'd say that it's taken me quite a lot of hours. Okay, it does take a long time, and obviously this is only like the sleeve, up to like the start of the sleeves, and now I need to do the rest of the body and then the sleeves. And yeah, but I did not enjoy doing the yoke really. It just kind of annoyed me, and it was hard to keep track of what part I was doing. But I think it looks fine. This is the back as well. The back's like got less holes. Actually, wait, maybe it doesn't. I really like the pattern, and this is the amount of yarn I have left as well. I like to go to the end of my yarn. I don't get how people say, oh, I'm gonna make a scrap yarn project, so all my scrap yarn is like this big, because I always just go to the end of my yarn thing and then attach another yarn. I don't know if you can do that for knitting really, but I guess you can, because you can just add the next one to your hook. Yeah, I'm going to use that up. I've got a whole nother ball, so hopefully I shouldn't run out by the end of the week, and if I do, I just move on to a different project. But yeah, that's the update. I can't really show you it properly because obviously it's on the hooks, so yeah. Okay, I've been working on my blanket a bit. I've had to like undo like a whole row because I forgot to do a space in the middle of it, but it doesn't look that much bigger, but I've done like 3 extra rows. It needs to be like double this size because it's pretty big, but I want to like cuddle in it. I want it to be double bed size, like a small double bed, but yeah, there's a lot of red down here. I didn't even realise. Yay. I kind of stopped doing the knitting because basically it got to a point where I had to start doing the sleeves after the yoke, and you need spare yarn and also like a darning needle. I don't think you really need one, but it'd probably be easier with one. And I didn't bring them. That's like the one thing I forgot to bring because I didn't really think I would need them. And also I don't have spare yarn, so I couldn't measure my sleeves out, but I could use the end of this yarn to measure them if I run out, because actually this yarn, I'm on my second ball now and it's getting kind of low. I've pulled it from the middle, which I'm very grateful for, because every other ball of yarn I've done like 3 or 2 others, I've had to pull it from the outside, and I forgot to bring my yarn winder like I said, so it actually hasn't mattered that much because the middle pull has been quite good this time for me, because sometimes it's either like perfect middle pull and then other times it will be like tangled. There has been one knot in it though, which very annoying. This is literally it, like it's already so squishy and I didn't even realise I was using that much. It's because it doesn't feel like I'm using a lot, but because the rounds are so big now, it is like a lot. So yeah, it's very squishy now. So I might run out of that before the end of the week and I'll probably have to go back to knitting. So hopefully there'll be like a little bit of that I can measure with. It's only annoying because that yarn, like it's not expensive, but it's like it's not like the world's cheapest yarn to just use the end of, but it's all I've kind of got. Unless I can find some other yarn, maybe I can go to a charity shop somewhere and then just get like one ball for like 50p or whatever. But yeah, that is where I am right now and I shall stay updated. I'm gonna give a little mini house tour because I'm gonna watch this video back. I always watch all my videos back like a jillion times, like it's an addiction. It's kind of bad, like I'm obsessed with myself, but I'm gonna give a house tour because I'm making like a home vlog movie thing and also making this video, but I'll put it in both because I haven't made the other video yet. So I want to make this one first, so at least I have one video of the house, but it'll just be a rough overview. But anyway, this is the living room. Whoop. I wish there was a real fire there, but that's still cool. This is the outdoor space. Little back garden. The kitchen. Yep. I love these types of doors, they're my favourite. And yeah, it's pretty like a modern little cottage pretty much. What are you doing? Another fire there, and that's the living room. And then we've got outdoor again. But yeah, so far the crochet, I don't know when I updated, but I've still only done a few extra rows. So this is the flower, not the flower, the star blanket. I actually wish it was a flower now, but yeah, just done probably a chunk this big. What are you doing? Yeah, I think it looks really nice over the chair. Well, it's not really set up properly, but yeah, you get the idea. Okay, it's this is the last full day of the holiday, and I've only done the blanket since I last updated, so I haven't really made any progress to show, but I'm going to try and go back to the knitting because I found some yarn in a charity shop. It was £1 and it's actually kind of my dream. I wish they had like this exact colour in normal shops so I could get multiples of it. It's not like the softest, it's quite scratchy, a bit like fluffy, stringy, but I think I'm going to use this as like the scrap yarn to measure out for the jumper. But yeah, I also think this could be good for mittens or something. I don't know how far this yarn's going to go, it's quite puffy. I'm just going to measure it out and then hopefully I can figure out how to put a bigger hook on the arms so I can try it on. I wish I knew to do that first because that's what's kind of got me a bit stumped. I've got the small needle on and I kind of needed the bigger one on, but I can't put the big one on unless I'm making a new round, I don't think. Maybe I can, I don't know. So, I don't know how to try it on, because it's not going to fit, but I'll figure it out. Okay, I have added in the 2 pieces of string, so this is one sleeve, and then where's the other? The other sleeve. And I'm slowly adding in the new longer needles so you can start to see the shape, which is fun. I think it goes this way around, but yeah, the other one is just dangling there. All I need to do is knit up to here, and then I think I've done it. I don't know, I'm just kind of guessing. Okay, I have finished transferring onto the other needle, so let's look at what it looks like. I think this is the front. Yeah, so obviously this is gonna like pull down, I think, and then it's crazy how much it's expanded as well. I might try this on, I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I'll try. Okay, this is the best I can do because obviously I attached the sleeve so it's not gonna fit through, but this is the vibe. I feel like, I don't know. Okay, I have been knitting just a little bit to try and get around. So I actually can't remember what I last said, but I've done the sleeve bits. My dog's crying because we're about to go on a... I don't know why I'm hiding saying it, she clearly knows. So this is the sleeve, I think I showed that, and then this is the sleeve. Yeah, it was pretty hard to work into these initial cast-ons. So yeah, some of my like stitches are a little bit very loose. In fact, like these ones near the cast-ons were just like this long, and I was like, that's probably not right, but hopefully it evens out. Indeed, this is the jumper. Yeah. Alrighty, I am back home. I thought, should I carry on the vlog because it didn't really end at an ending point, so I am. Obviously it doesn't look any different from when I last filmed, I don't think. Honestly, I can't remember what I filmed, but this is the jumper. I'm literally working on the stockinette, I think that's what it's called, but it's just knitting literally until I get the length I want, which this is my kind of knitting because I hated going in and out of this. Like after a while you get used to the pattern, but it was kind of annoying and I probably messed up somewhere. And then I didn't like the yoke bit because obviously there's literally holes, you can see that I was struggling. It gets a bit better when it gets further out because I kind of got used to it, but it was really hard to count the rows and remember which row I was on, and I don't know if there's a way that you can tell. And also at the start I really struggled with knowing where the line was here, so the lines might be messed up, which means my whole entire count might be messed up, but I feel like it's not making that much of a difference if that has happened because like right now the size, like the shape or whatever is working, so yeah, it's probably fine. I don't really go for perfection, I just go with a that'll do kind of vibe. That's kind of my life motto. Maybe not a good one to have, but I think positively, but also I'm also like a that'll do. I'm not like a this needs to be perfect unless it's something that I know I want to be perfect, but most of the time I'm like that's good enough, so that'll do. And that's kind of how I'm feeling with this, especially with the holes, because if I can find a way to fix them, I'll probably fix them, the major ones, but if not, then you know, it gives it the handmade look, doesn't it? But this is how far I've gone down since I finished the sleeves. So yeah, I really do like doing this bit because it's quite easy. It's probably going to be tedious after a while and I'm probably going to get bored, but I've got to do it for like however many centimetres. And then the sleeves, I don't know how the sleeves are meant to be done, but this is probably going to really annoy me, I can just tell, because I'm going to have to like connect a new yarn, aren't I? And also, I'm on my second ball of yarn now, and I had to like fully Google, and I went on TikTok to see so many different ways to attach a new ball of yarn because obviously I ran out the last one. And there were so many ways you could do it, and I don't know if I trust the way that I've done because it feels like it's going to fall out, but hopefully when I weave the ends in it'll be fine. But I tried to get to the beginning of my round, which is here, and I only managed to make it here with my album, but I feel like now that I've gone over it, hopefully it won't come undone, I think. So that's the final update for now. I'm definitely going to make another video when it's done, and I'll do like, I'll probably include my blanket and my, probably not the other jumper because I literally didn't work on that at all the whole week, just because why would I do that jumper when I'm doing this jumper when it's easier? Like the knitting's just going a lot faster than the crochet. The crochet was building up a lot more, but it was really slow to do, if you know what I mean. Like I was really like not delicately, because I was not delicate at all when I was doing it, but like I was really like, I don't even know what the word is, I was like pushing it in, like I was really fighting for it, that's the word. Whereas this, I'm just like casually like, I don't know what that example was, that's like actually movie knitting, isn't it, where they just go and they don't know what they're doing, but it looks real enough if you don't know what you're doing. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I don't have an update on the blanket because the last update I did for the blanket is the exact same as how it looks now, and also I didn't do any of the red burgundy jumper because I just explained why, I just didn't do it. But yes, I'm home now. I finally got my blanket back. I love this blanket. It's from Asda, I think. I was going to say Next, but no, it's from Asda. They have the best blankets. They're so soft, and yeah, I got this one last, or no, I think it was the year before last autumn, so like 2 years ago. And then last autumn I got a pumpkin one as well. So go to Asda and look at their autumn blankets if you, oh my god, if you like blankets and autumn and coziness. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll definitely do another update once I finish this and show the finished product, and maybe some other projects that I've completed since then which aren't even in this video, hopefully, because I have a lot of projects on the go. I've got a crochet triceratops, I can't remember the name, oh, plod. I'm doing a plod. I haven't worked on him in a while though, but yes, I've got a plod. I've got a crochet cardigan thing. It's not really the right size though, so and I definitely did something wrong with it, but I just want to complete it. I have like one, like a tiny bit of the sleeve left to do, because I would have completed it by now, but I accidentally cut the yarn off when I wasn't meant to because I didn't read in the instructions. It's my final sleeve, and I was like, why did I do that? Because I didn't do it on the other sleeve and I did it on this one, so I'm gonna have to reattach the yarn. I've only got like a little bit of yarn left, so I'm gonna have to, I don't want to buy another ball of yarn because it's like a multicolored one of these types, so I'm just gonna find another colour in my collection that's similar and hope for the best, and hope it doesn't look out of place. And what else? I also make crochet flowers, so if I've done any bouquets, because I sell those, I'm just going to put my Etsy in the link in the description. I had like trouble with Etsy. Small side rant before I end the video. Basically, I was selling crochet flowers and crochet bouquets and crochet flower themed items, and then someone bought one and they didn't read the description of the product because, I mean, I didn't realise that the product wasn't like, when I buy on Etsy, like the product description comes up. Maybe it's because I buy on like a computer or an iPad, so it's a big screen, but the product description is like always there before I click like purchase or whatever. But this person said that that wasn't shown for them, so I was like, okay, so they thought they were getting more than the flower they got, so they said it was like false advertising, and I was like, no, so that's just kind of annoying. And I got a 1-star review from that, and then nobody's really bought anything since, so Okay, slightly better lighting because my window's there and I was filming it there for some reason, but that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoy. Comment also crochet and knitting videos you want to see. I'm definitely going to be doing more knitting now that I've learned the basics. I want to do socks, scarves, gloves, like I said, mittens for that yarn that I found, maybe hats, more jumpers. Basically, I mainly want to do jumpers and socks though. That's like my main thing because I feel like I can do everything else with crochet, but depends on the vibe, doesn't it? So yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Give it a like and subscribe. Basically, I post book, crochet, knitting, and I don't know, just other random cozy video vlog things. So if that's the vibe you like and you just like a podcasty type video, then subscribe and yeah, bye.